Nigeria celebrated her 60th independence anniversary, while in the most shocking news, Donald Trump and his wife Melania Trump tested positive for COVID-19. A number of your favorite celebrities also have exciting baby news, while for one in particular, the news was sorrowful. Meanwhile, Nigerians all over the world are making us proud. These and other exciting news are part of our Gist for You this week. Stay tuned. Welcome to Cidermex Entertainment's Trending Last Week, where we bring you the hottest gist from last week. But before we continue, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as we drop another exciting video. On the 1st of October, Nigeria marked her 60th independence anniversary from the British colonial masters. The day started with Nigerians at home complaining, while Nigerians in the diaspora celebrated wholeheartedly. However, President Buhari shared a presidential address to commemorate the day, and it did not go down well with many people. The address included the line, "Democracy, the world over and as I am pursuing in Nigeria, recognizes the power of the people. However, if some constituencies choose to bargain off their power, they should be prepared for denial of their rights." Many people took this statement to mean something dangerous, and Nigerians took to social media to complain, as usual. Hopefully next year things will be much better. Meanwhile, Nigerians continue to do wonderfully all over the world. One of such Nigerians is Fara Ashiru Jituboh, the co-founder and CEO/CTO of the fast-rising tech company Okoye HQ. Okoye is a Lagos-based API developer company that created an app that lets users connect their bank accounts to third-party applications. Only a few months ago, in April of 2020, Okoye secured $1 million in pre-seed funding from TLCom Capital. Now, Fara Ashiru Jituboh has been featured on the cover of Forbes Africa's 9th anniversary issue, which also celebrated Nigeria's Independence Day, the 1st of October. The tech CEO looks stunning on the cover of Forbes magazine that celebrates game changers representing Nigeria's economic progress and prowess. Nigerians continue to make us proud as Tiwa Savage's amazing video for the equaling stunning song 49-99 bagged 2 nominations at the 2020 UK Music Awards show. The nominations are for the Best R&B/Soul video and for Best Styling in a Video. In another celebratory news, a number of popular African social stars bagged nominations at the 2020 People's Choice Award. We are particularly excited for Nigerian YouTube star Dimma Umeh, who was nominated in the category of the African Star of 2020. Dimma was nominated in the same category as a number of other social media stars, including Ghanaian actress Lydia Forson, Kenyan comedian Elsa Majimbo, South African TikTok star Carl Kuberman, South African singer Sho Majozi, South African actress Thuso Mbedu, and Miss Universe 2019 Zozobini Tunzi. American rapper Nicki Minaj welcomed her first child with husband Kenneth Petty, and her fans were beyond excited. Several outlets, including TMZ, People, and Billboard magazine, reported the happy news. A source confirmed to People magazine that Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Zoo Petty, welcomed their baby on Wednesday, the 30th of September in Los Angeles. The name or the sex of the baby is currently not publicly known, but that has not stopped the congratulatory messages from pouring in for the couple. Also, American actor, producer, and comedian Kevin Hart and his wife, Aniko Hart Parrish, welcomed their newborn daughter. The couple, who already had a son, Kenzo, named the baby girl, whom they welcomed on Tuesday, the 29th of September 2020, Kaori May Hart. To announce the arrival of her baby, Aniko writes, "Thankful, grateful, blessed. A little bit of heaven sent down to earth. Welcome to the world, baby girl. We couldn't love you more." The British royal family will soon see an addition to their number. The Buckingham Palace confirmed that Princess Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, are expecting a baby. Princess Eugenie is a younger daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. She is expected to give birth in early 2021, according to a statement by Buckingham Palace. On the other hand, we received some crushing news regarding American media personality and model Chrissy Teigen and her popular musician husband, John Legend, who have lost their unborn baby. Chrissy Teigen took to her Instagram page to reveal the sad news. The model had carried her fans along with the struggles she was facing with her pregnancy. According to Chrissy, she had issues with her placenta and was put on complete bed rest by her doctors. The model also explained that she experienced the same issue in both her prior pregnancies, but sadly and painfully, she lost her unborn child, a male they had intended to name Jack. Back in Nigeria, Maven singer Rema launched a social media ranting session on Twitter last week reminiscent of Kanye West's Meltdown, and fans didn't seem to know what to make of it. Shortly after the singer announced that he had hit 100 million streams on Audiomack, Rema took to Twitter to begin his rants. He had lots of things to get off his chest and had words for a number of people, including those who reportedly hated him for climbing to the top too quickly, a girl who rebuffed his attention, and an engineer who abandoned him at the start of his career. A fan made a joke in bad taste about Davido being responsible for Rema's meltdowns and rants on Twitter. This fan's jokes got mixed reactions from members of the Twitter community, and some people started pointing accusing fingers at Davido as the cause of Rema's headaches. However, shortly after sharing the tweet, the fan returned to retract his words and to state that he was simply joking. He has since deleted the original tweet. Reacting to the apology, Davido noted that the individual's actions was unfair, as many people truly believed what he had initially tweeted. Davido also stated that they, presumably celebrities, are human too. As it were, Davido quickly moved on from that episode to give a revealing interview on Bounce Radio. The singer opened up about wedding plans with his fiancée Chioma Avril Rowland, a near-decade-long career as an Afro-pop star, childhood memories, and his late mom's impact on his music, among other controversies. In the sit-down he had with media personality Ebuka Obi-Uchendu on Bounce Radio Live, Davido cuts deep into the questions on everyone's minds, providing answers, including how his mother died and when he and Chef Chioma will be getting married. Visit SideMXentertainment.com to read the full interview. Still on Davido, the music star celebrated Nigerians' Independence Day in grand style by treating himself to a new Lamborghini Huracan. The car was delivered to Davido at his newly acquired home in Banana Island. It has clearly been raining blessings for Davido in 2020, despite the state of the world. A day after taking the delivery of his Lamborghini, Davido made another big announcement. His Davido Music Worldwide (DMW) record label will soon announce the signing of its first female artist. Davido made this known in a statement he released on Friday afternoon on the 2nd of October 2020, and we can't wait to find out who the lucky artist is. Meanwhile, the Kardashian clan's momager, Kris Jenner, has been sued for sexual harassment by one of her former bodyguards. The 64-year-old, who is also part of the soon-to-be-arrested Keeping Up with the Kardashians reality TV show, was accused of unwanted touching and sexual harassment. Ex-bodyguard Mark McWilliams claims in the suit that he was subject to a pattern of unwanted and unwelcome sexual advances while working for Kris Jenner and Kourtney Kardashian. McWilliams also alleges that Jenner made several disturbing comments about his physical appearance, asking about his sex life and suggesting they engage in a romantic and sexual relationship. McWilliams finished by claiming he suffered severe and permanent pain and suffering, as well as a severe shock and injury to the nervous system. Marty Singer, a lawyer for the Kardashians, refuted the claims, revealing that both Kris Jenner and Kourtney Kardashian plan to countersue. Fans of The Lion King will be absolutely ecstatic to learn that a new sequel is in the works at Disney with a new director. The sequel to 2019's live-action movie, which featured Beyoncé, will reportedly include Mufasa's origin story. Deadline reported that the film will also continue with the photorealistic technology that director Jon Favreau used for The Jungle Book and Lion King. Fans still have a long way to wait for the movie to be released, as Disney has not announced a release date or even shared a schedule for the production of the film. Big Brother Naija winner Mercy Ike turned 27 on the 29th of September, and her day was very colourful and beautiful indeed. The celebrations kicked off with Mercy sharing several pictures of herself in a host of looks, ranging from an all-pink look to an elaborate gold look. She looked stunning as usual in all the pictures that she shared, which fans spread far and wide as they celebrated her birthday. But that was not all. Mercy revealed that she bought herself a Range Rover Velar for her birthday, and while the internet was congratulating her, her fans, who called themselves mercenaries, were all out for her as several groups of them from different states in Nigeria visited charities to donate food items in her name. They also demonstrated their might by presenting the reality TV star with plots of land in Lekki, Lagos. The certificates for the land were presented to Mercy during an Instagram live session. In the video, she could be seen screaming and jumping with excitement as she received the documents. Mercy also held a lavish party to celebrate her new age, and at some point, there was a moment everyone thought her boyfriend, Ike Onyema, would propose to her. People thought he was going to kneel down, open the box, and propose to her with a ring, and so they started cheering him on. However, once he got close to her, Ike simply handed her her box as her birthday gift and didn't get down on one knee as expected. Via Instagram Live, Mercy revealed Ike's gift to her. He bought her a pair of diamond earrings. She stated that it was her first pair of diamond earrings and that it was close to her heart, seconds after placing it to her chest. Mercy sure had a birthday to always remember fondly. Only 2 months after Demi Lovato and Max Eric got engaged during a beautiful moment on the beach, the two have now called it quits. People magazine reported that Lovato called off the 6-month relationship shortly after social media posts showed Eric lusting after stars Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, and other stars went viral. The two reportedly broke up because Demi Lovato does not trust Eric's intentions with her. Amidst the incredibly messy split, Lovato released a song titled Still Have Me. While she didn't explicitly say that the song was about her failed relationship, the lyrics seemed to suggest so. Lyrics like, "It feels like someone's stolen all the light I ever had, and everything around me shattered, all the highs are now just lows, but it doesn't even matter, cause I'd rather be alone," definitely say something about a failed relationship. Nigerians will definitely miss the 5th season of the Big Brother Naija show, following its conclusion on Sunday night of September 27th. Laycon took home the grand prize totaling about 85 million naira after spending 10 weeks inside the lockdown house with 20 housemates. Laycon joined the list of BBNaija reality TV show winners, which includes the likes of Katunga Duwakwe, who won the first edition in 2006, Efe Ejeba in 2017, Miracle Ikechukwu in 2018, and Mercy Eke in 2019. Meanwhile, the managing director of Multichoice, John Ube, made a stunning revelation during the prize presentation ceremony. He confirmed that it cost 3.5 billion naira to set up the entire show and keep it running smoothly for the entirety of the show. The biggest revelation came when Mr. Ube said that this year's voting entries broke records, as over 9 million votes were recorded during the show. While Nigerians were still yet to properly digest the news, Peter Okoye, one half of defunct P-Square Group, issued a reality check. He took to his social media to list 5 things Nigerians must now remember now that BBNaija reality show is over. You know, things like electricity tariff increase and paying school fees. Now that BBN is over, hope you all remember that Buhari is still our president, he says. Visit sidemxentertainment.com to see his full list of reality checks for Nigerians. Still in her own bubble, Erica took to her Instagram account to and answer many of the questions that fans have been asking. She spoke about her disqualification, her relationship with Kid Wire, and the way forward. Erica also urged her fans to avoid getting into fights, but to remain toxic-free and loving people. The video was her first personal video in which she addressed the controversy surrounding her exit from the show. Erica, in her new video, which she tagged Erica's Diary, also denied knowing about Laycon's genotype, saying even the BBNaija's Season 5 winner knew this was the truth. She described herself as sensitive to people's feelings and wouldn't do such a thing to anyone. Concerning her disqualification, Erica revealed that she was sad and embarrassed, especially after her behavior was replayed for her to watch. Speaking about her relationship with Kid Wire, she maintained that they are still good friends and she's attracted to him. Erica pointed out that the pressure being put on them to end up together isn't helping, as they are currently both focused on working on their goals. 2 unbeaten fighters, Israel Stylebender Adesanya and Paulo Costa, squared off on Saturday night of September 26th in the main event of the UFC, with Adesanya coming out victorious via TKO. Nigeria's Israel Adesanya ensured it was only meaningful blows that landed when it was time to step into the octagon at UFC 253, despite both fighters trading verbal shots months before the fight. After spending a full round beating up Costa's lead leg, Adesanya finished the challenger with punches in the second round of the main event on Fight Island in Abu Dhabi. Valtteri Bottas earned his second win of the 2020 Formula 1 season at the Russian Grand Prix. He had benefited from a penalty awarded against his teammate Lewis Hamilton that left the 6-time champion third at the flag. Max Verstappen came second to claim Red Bull's first ever podium at Sochi. Hamilton, after a pair of practice start infringements on his lap to the grid, was handed a 10-second penalty mid-race, which saw him start the race on the back foot, ruling him out of contention for the win as he finished third. Bottas, meanwhile, enjoyed the 9th win of his career after passing Max Verstappen for second at the race start, before benefiting from Hamilton's penalty to enjoy an untroubled run to the checkered flag. He also won his first race at the same venue back in 2017. Japanese manufacturer Honda has announced it will withdraw from Formula 1 at the end of the 2021 season. Honda provides engines to both Red Bull and AlphaTauri, so this new announcement leaves them both on the lookout for new suppliers for 2022. Honda, who had a torrid 3-season reunion with McLaren, turned around their Formula One fortunes with AlphaTauri from 2018 before also joining forces with the senior Red Bull team the following year and going on to win 3 races in 2019. So far in 2020, both Red Bull and AlphaTauri have won a Grand Prix apiece, with Honda the only engineer maker other than Mercedes to win races. Djokovic on Thursday the 1st of October drew level with his great Swiss rival Roger Federer on 70 match wins at Roland Garros. The win makes him the second player to win 70 or more at all 4 Grand Slams. His 6-1, 6-2, 6-2 demolition of Lithuanian former junior world number 1 Ricardas Berankis left him second only to Rafael Nadal's 95 victories and counting at Roland Garros in the Open era. The world number 1 now stands to pull clear of Federer when he meets Colombian lucky loser Daniel Elahi Galan next. An Achilles injury forced 23-time Grand Slam champion Serena Williams to withdraw from the French Open ahead of her second round match against Svetlana Pironkova. The 39-year-old was scheduled to meet Pironkova on court Philippe Chatrier on Wednesday morning but pulled out ahead of the contest. Williams had sustained the Achilles problem at the US Open and was not able to recover sufficiently even after her first round 7-6, 7-2, 6-0 victory over Chrissy. I love playing in Paris. I really wanted to give an effort here. My Achilles didn't have time to properly heal. I'm struggling to walk, so that's kind of a telltale sign that I should try to recover, Serena says. This, however, is another setback for Williams, who has had her sights still set on a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam title. Rafael Nadal continued his pursuit of a record-extending 13th French Open title with a straight-set victory over Stefano Travaglia in the third round on Friday the 2nd of October 2020. The Spaniard dropped just 5 games as he came through 6-1, 6-4, 6-0 in 1 hour and 37 minutes on the Philippe Chatrier court. He appears on a collision course with US Open champion Dominic Thiem in the semi-finals, with both men yet to drop a set at Roland Garros in 2020. Thiem maintained his flawless record at Roland Garros with an impressive straight sets win over Norwegian 28th seed Casper Ruud. The recent US Open champion has already seen off former Grand Slam winner Marin Cilic and could potentially meet 12-time champion Nadal in the semi-finals, while Djokovic may await in the final. However, Hugo Gaston produced the biggest performance of his career so far when he upstaged Stan Wawrinka in 5 sets on court Suzanne Lenglen on Friday. Gaston, who had only played 1 Grand Slam match before this year's tournament in Paris, defied the odds to win 2-6, 6-3, 6-3, 4-6, 6-0 in a rain-interrupted third-round match. In the women's event, Simona Halep charged into the French Open 4th round with a 6-0, 6-1 win over Amanda Anisimova. The Romanian needed just 56 minutes to dispatch the 2019 semi-finalist and book a meeting with unseeded Pole Iga Swiatek. Anisimova secured a famous win over Halep in last year's quarterfinals at Roland Garros, but revenge was on the cards on the Philippe Chatrier court. LeBron James scored 33 points and Anthony Davis contributed 32 at the Los Angeles Lakers as the Los Angeles Lakers took a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals with a 124-114 victory over the Miami Heat on Friday night. LeBron also had 9 rebounds and 9 assists for the Lakers, who led for the majority of the contest. Davis, on the other hand, converted 15 of 20 shots as he grabbed 14 rebounds. Jimmy Butler put on a masterclass for the undermanned Heat with 25 points, 13 assists and 8 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk had 22 points on 8 for 15 shooting, plus 9 rebounds, coming off the bench but essentially filling in for Adebayo. Game 3 takes place in the early hours of Monday morning. Javi Martinez became the hero on Thursday night of October 1st as Bayern Munich came from behind to beat Sevilla 2-1 in extra time to win the European Super Cup. The match was witnessed by 15,180 supporters. Sevilla, Europa League winners, had taken a 13th minute lead from the penalty spot thanks to Lucas Acompo's goal, but Leon Goretzka equalized to bring Bayern level 11 minutes before the break. However, despite having 2 goals disallowed, the European champions eventually found a way past Sevilla goalkeeper Yassine Bono, thanks to substitute Javi Martinez's header in extra time. Bayern Munich, after stuttering surprisingly over the weekend in the Bundesliga, got back to winning ways to clinch the German Super Cup on Wednesday the 30th of September. Corentin Tolisso opened the scoring with a close-range finish before Thomas Müller doubled their advantage with a header. Dortmund, however, fought back with Erling Haaland teeing up Julian Brandt before scoring in the 55th minute to level the scores. Bayern, however, were not to be denied as Joshua Kimmich hit the winner 8 minutes from time, handing the Germans their second trophy of the season. Meanwhile, the Champions League draw for the 2020-2021 season was held behind closed doors in Geneva due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, and we have some interesting ties on our hands. 6-time World Footballer of the Year Lionel Messi and 5-time World Footballer of the Year Cristiano Ronaldo would square up against each other in the group stages as both Barcelona and Juventus were drawn in Group G, alongside Dynamo Kyiv and Ferencváros. For the full draw, head over to sidomexentertainment.com. Type UEFA draw on the homepage search bar to bring up the page. The group stages of the new Champions League season will kick off in the week of 19th of October, and there will be 6 rounds of the group games running through to mid-December. Likewise, the draw for the Europa League took place on Friday the 2nd of October. Arsenal, regarded as one of the big teams in the competition, were handed a favourable draw as they were pitted in the same group as Dundalk, Molde and Rapid Vienna. The results of the full draw can also be found at sidomexentertainment.com. Just type Europa Draw on the homepage search bar to bring up the page. The President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, and his First Lady, Melania Trump, both contracted COVID-19 as they test positive for the coronavirus. President Trump made the disclosure in the wee hours of Friday the 2nd of October. Tonight, at Flotus and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together, he wrote on Twitter. Trump shared his message shortly before 1 a.m., which was about 6 a.m. in Nigeria on Friday. It is unclear what President Trump's quarantine process will look like. The U.S. Center for Disease and Control Prevention guidelines state that a 14-day quarantine should take place after the last known exposure to someone who has tested positive for COVID-19. But President Trump can sometimes follow his own rules. But news reports in the late afternoon of Friday stated that the president was airlifted in Marine One to the nearby Walter Reed Medical Center in Maryland. The president is expected to stay at the hospital for a few days, according to a White House spokesperson. The president has also received a single dose of the experimental Regeneron antibody cocktail, said to lower viral load and shorten hospital stay when taking at the early stages of the infection. By Saturday morning, he was placed on the antiviral medication Remdesivir. Trump, age 74, is considered high risk for complications from COVID-19. As of Friday, the 2nd of October 2020, the total number of confirmed coronavirus infections in Nigeria was 59,127. 1,112 deaths have been reported. 350,593 patients have recovered and been discharged from isolation facilities across the country. This means that the number of active cases was 7,422. That concludes this week's episode of Trending Last Week. If you enjoyed this episode, please share your thoughts in the comment section below and hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell for notifications on more content. And follow us on Instagram at SidomXENT and on Twitter at SidomX.